Hey there folks, I'm Lenny Rudow for BoatUS, and I'm really lucky in that I've been holding a fishing rod for about as long as I've been able to stand up. Now I know everybody isn't quite that lucky, and there are a lot of beginner fishermen out there. Fortunately these days, there are lots of information sources you can go to find out all kinds of fishing tips. Unfortunately, what you might not learn about is some basic mistakes that beginner anglers often make. This is stuff you need to know about, so we're going to talk about it today. And before we even get into the top 5, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing right now. Never, ever, ever plan a fishing trip around a video shoot, because I guarantee you the timing for the bite will be horrible. Now, you might not even notice, but I just made a mistake. Here's the thing. This rod guide, this has a ceramic insert to dissipate heat, so that as your line moves through the guide, it doesn't heat up and get weakened. Well, you never want to put your hook through that guide because it can chip that insert. Next thing you know, your line will be wearing out in no time. The right thing to do is to put it through the foot of the guide or bring it all the way back to a hook keeper. Now, I'm going to show you another, I'm going to call it a stealth mistake, because a lot of people do it. They don't even think about it. They take that cast. Well, of course, it's a mistake to stop casting, but let's just say for the moment I need to. And I'm just going to hang up my rod in this holder. Where's the mistake? Well, I didn't secure that jig. If a wake hits the boat, this is going to start swinging around like nuts, and it will hook something. Maybe you. So always, always, always secure that lure. Okay, ready to take another cast and make another mistake? Here we go. I'm going to flip this jig out there. And as I reel, I'm going to be super careful to maintain tension on the line. Anytime you allow slack to get into that line, that is a big mistake. If you reel while the line is slack, what happens is it forms loops in the reel, and then you get a tangle. I'm sure many of you have probably experienced that. Now, when you're jigging, it's a little challenging because you're constantly moving the rod, but you'll notice I'm reeling as I drop my tip to constantly maintain that tension. Now, there will be some situations that you can't control. I mean, let's say you got a tangle and you had to let your lure hit bottom. Now you got all this slack line out there. What are you going to do? Don't reel it in like that. Move your hand up on the rod, loop a finger around the line, and apply some tension as you reel that line in. I think I'll change out this lure. Maybe try something a little different. And in doing so, would you believe I'm going to make another mistake? Let's put this away in the tackle box. And boom, I just made it. What could possibly be wrong with putting the lure away in a tackle box? Simple. I didn't allow it to dry out first. By the end of the season, that tackle box is going to be a mess of rusted hooks. Always allow that lure to dry before you put it away. On this boat, I'll generally just drop them into a cup holder, but there's another thing to remember. I'm fishing on the Chesapeake Bay today. This is saltwater. Before I even let it dry, I'm going to take some fresh water and just give it a little rinse to get that salt off of there. By the way, people, that 100% goes for your rods and reels too. Anytime they get used in salt water, they should get a freshwater rinse and then be allowed to dry. All right, ready for mistake number 5? We're going back into my tackle box again here, and we're going to look at some of the lures in there. You'll notice that all these soft plastics are similar, the ones in the different slots. Now, those aren't all the plastics I carry. I have lots and lots and lots of bags of different plastic lures, all kinds of them. But I keep them in the bags, and I keep only the same ones in the boxes, because sometimes the dissimilar plastics will actually melt into each other and melt into your tackle box. So, only take plastics that are identical to keep in your boxes. Otherwise, keep them in those bags. Well, people, there you have it. 5 beginner angling mistakes that I see all the time. Of course, there are a lot of other ones. I mean, heck, putting on a bug repellent with DEET. DEET's a known fish repellent. Trying to tie a fisherman's knot in braid. It will slip out. Heck, casting a surface lure when the fish are down deep, or throwing a deep running lure when the fish are up at the surface. They're all mistakes. They're all kinds of mistakes. And you're gonna make them, but you're also gonna catch some fish, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. At least now you know these 5 beginner mistakes and to look out for them. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Heck, let us know about some of the beginner mistakes that you've made that maybe I've never even thought about. And don't forget to like and subscribe.